First thing I want to do is remove bulk. Take my flat top comb, come up under here, hook my clippers up. Cut that hair. Just take your time, do it. Put your comb behind here. Right now you're showing clipper over comb. And this is one of the things that you have to show. One of the things they're going to judge you by. Clipper over comb. Are you practicing good clipper over comb? And all I'm doing is sliding this flat top comb up under the hair. And I'm only going up two finger widths. I want y'all to time me too. What is it?
436.
Yeah. Look, I'm just gonna comb around. Straight clipper over comb all the way around. Get up to that neckline. I want to see that neckline. Chair.
What type of ice cream do you want?
Once you get tired, once you get done with this, hold that mannequin head down. Now we can see, we can see what we're working with, and it's clipper over. I mean, it's clipper work, and you're rocking up on that hairline. Hold that mannequin head down, and it's a rock up motion. A rock up motion. Yeah. Rock up motion. Clipper over comb. Up is to blend. Across is to remove bulk. Up is to blend. Across is to remove. See how I got to that? Look. See how I got to that hairline? I'm at that hairline already. In the back of that nape area. And I'm not going to spend all day just in this little area right here. My whole goal is to spend about 5 minutes in this little area. Open my clippers up. Get a nice little blend going. Alright, now I got my taper in. I just demonstrated clipper over comb. I have my taper in. I'm gonna grab my taper comb with his head up. Now I'm turning the head towards me. First thing I'm gonna do, shear with comb work starts on the right hand side. So after I comb this hair to the natural way it's supposed to go, I'm gonna put this to the side, and I am going to shear and comb. So first I'm gonna mark off. So I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna find his hairline. I'm gonna find the middle. I'm gonna find his ear up through here. I'm gonna find that ear. And the only way I can find that ear is with my finger. So I'm gonna comb that hair down. I'm gonna find that ear. Well, let me do this. First, halfway. So look, the middle of the ear is here. You got long hair, so I want my finger to be in the middle of that ear. So that's where I can mark off my sideburns. So I'm gonna come here and rest my shears on my finger. It's my sideburns right there. Then I'm gonna comb the hair to the front, like this, and I'm gonna arch right above that eyebrow. Like that. And I'm gonna comb the hair back, and then I'm gonna arch freehand. And I'm gonna take my finger and go right behind his ear. I'm gonna catch the point of the shear, and I'm gonna arch. And the arch is in an arching position, like the Golden Gate Bridge, or like the arch down in St. Louis. You just follow. You just place your finger, rest those shears on your finger, and follow that shear. Follow it all the way around. So I comb the hair down. I do it one more time. Come here, find my finger before I start cutting. And just come straight down the hairline. Now once I do that, now I'm going to do my shear and comb. The next step is shear and comb. If you follow along in that paper, you'll see. Then I'm about to put the taper in. And this is shear over comb. So not only did I just demonstrate clipper over comb, now I'm demonstrating shear over comb on this head of hair. That I can use these methods. The goal is to be able to use these methods to cut a head of hair. And your taper should be no more than 1 to 2 fingers all the way around. So, how do you get to that point? You cut up until you create a guideline with your shears. That's 1 to 2 fingers, all the way down the hairline. Not across like this. Don't come across like this. You want to come up and around and down the natural hairline. If you come straight across, you're going to mess the haircut up. You got to come up and down the hairline with your 2 fingers. So, hold the taper, hold the mannequin to the side. Here. And you're going to taper this hair. You see how I'm holding the comb? I want to still have a 2-finger guideline all the way around, and I don't want to see the scalp. My goal is not to see the scalp. I'm going to come back and do my cleanup work, but my goal is to systematically work my way all the way around the hairline with this shear and comb. Hold the hair down. Now I'm going to come down with 2 fingers around the hairline, because this part is going to help me blend that clipper work in. And then the shear, and then the finger work is going to help blend that in. So 2 fingers down. Two fingers around. Now mind you, this hair is thick. This hair is real thick, so you got to be mindful of it. Okay? At times I wonder if real hair mannequin would be a little easier than the synthetic hair, especially on your shears. Thank you.
There's some extra to this, but all up.
There's extra to that. What you mean?
She said paper the cuts and then everybody get 5.
Okay.
That's just the extra.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So what I do is I taper down and around all the way to the back of this ear, about there. Then I'm gonna lift his head up, get that one section out the way, comb it naturally, comb the hair down, get this top part out the way from that parental ridge, comb the hair to the side. Now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna backhand, but I'm gonna come here and find the middle part of his ear. So when I go to cut, I'm gonna rest my shear points on my finger, so I don't make a mistake and accidentally cut his ear. Okay. Comb the hair down, and I can come back this way now, because now I can see the ear. And I want now I'm gonna comb the hair to the front, and I'm gonna arch up around. Remember, arching is around. around the hairline, around the top part of the eyebrow. From the hair back. Then this one, put your finger behind the ear, and then it's backhand. I'm sorry, guys. Backhand, all the way around, and then you come back around this free hand, find this ear, free hand, and free hand. There. You come back, clean up your work. Clean up your work. Look at that. Now, I'm gonna come back to where I left off at, on the back of this neck. And I'm gonna finish my shearing comb all the way up to the front part of his ear. 2 fingers. Make sure I don't take too much off. Make sure I don't white wall them. Remember, once the hair is gone, it's gone. I gotta look close on that side. Make sure that all my work is good. On my 2-finger guideline, it's important to have your guideline because when you start your finger work, you gotta know where to cut, what you're gonna cut. Because I'm about to start my finger work now, and I got my 2-finger guideline established. And they're gonna ask for neatness of work. Do y'all think I need to wipe the mannequin's face off?
No.
Yes, absolutely. Because this is Jake, and Jake is a real person. Y'all hear me? Jake is a real person. Everybody say that with me.
Jake is a real person.
Jake is a real person. All right, y'all better hope y'all better get it. Mr. Holly gonna make you know that Jake is a real person. So here we go. So now what I do? Now that I got my guideline set, my 2-finger guideline. I'm gonna clean up. Now that I have that established, I'm gonna go back to my clipper work. Turn his head, hold his head down. I'm gonna finish out my taper in the back. Clip over comb now. I won't pick back up my flat top comb. I'll just keep using this now. And this is just to fine tune my little taper work in the back. What I just did, I demonstrated that I can taper, clipper over comb and put a taper in the back without using attachments. The taper in the back, looking good. Now, finger work. Hold Jake head up. I want to grab and comb this hair the natural way that it flows. I want to make sure I get that bang out the way. Here we go. So all this is coming off of my finger work. All right. Finger work start at the center guideline. I'm standing on his right hand side. I'm gonna start at the top of this head. And I'm gonna take about an inch off. About that much off. All the way around. Come here, keep that hair, grab this next section of hair. Like, well, how do you know how much to cut off on that section? Because I have a guideline now. So when I slide my finger up, there go my guideline, and I just cut the rest of the hair to that guideline. Look at that. Now I'm gonna always leave an inch from the bang, because the bang is a whole other area. So now I'm gonna come to my top right, and I'm gonna turn the patron. I'm gonna stand behind the patron. Start at that same top of the crown area. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that center guideline and some of this top right. I'm gonna find my guideline. Find my top guideline. There it go. Yeah, everybody see it? Cut straight across. I want my fingers to be parallel. Horizontal this way. Come to here. Go up a little further. I don't want any stragglers. Go up a little further. Leave an inch from the bang. Boom. That part is done. Should have got that more with my arching technique. I'll come back to it. Will State Board ding me on this? Yeah. Well, okay. But I'm rolling though. It's not gonna fail me if that's the case. So come in here, give me another section. Got to grab that center. I got my guideline. Grab this area. Got my guideline. Leave an inch from the bang. I might have one more room. I done worked through the top part of this haircut already. Now I'm gonna comb the bang down on the rest of the hair. And then I'm gonna start in the center of this mannequin's head, right here. And it's gonna be a freehand. I'm gonna guide it with my fingers. So it's gonna be right above the eyebrows. It's gonna be freehand, freehand, freehand. If you need to hold the hair, you can. Freehand. Right. And then it's backhand, backhand, backhand. Right. Then I'm gonna lift this bang up, catch any stragglers that I may have missed. I'm also gonna cut this an inch as well because I cut the rest of the hair an inch. And if I don't do that, then my haircut is gonna be off. So I don't even know where an inch is. You know my work before I move on. Work almost done, guys. Haircut almost done. Come here. Now is my finger work on the sides and all the way around. I already got my 2-finger guideline. So all I gotta do now is just catch the hair. So I'm gonna start right here in the center. I'm gonna comb this front hairline down. I'm gonna grab it to the front. I'm gonna grab it like this. Hold the hand out.
How long you been cut?
Here. Then
Almost 10 minutes.
come here.
20.
20. Oh, you started at 36 then. Yeah. Not 46. You did start at 36.
Good, thank you. And we're just gonna cut this hair in this section all the way up at a 90-degree angle. I'm just gonna keep working this hair. And we're gonna move around. Keep moving. Our next section now. Keep that section. Cutting. Work your way on up to the top part of that haircut. Boom. Here, here. Hold that hair down. Check your work in the mirror. See if you're off any. We're gonna check for balance. Hey, how's it going? And then we're gonna move our way around. Hey, Jay. Sign me. No, sign me up, please.
Go to that.
That's your customer? All right, 1 second, we're gonna get you some. And just keep moving around the hairline all the way around. Grab this next section. I'm gonna keep it moving. Follow that hairline, follow that parting all the way up until that whole section is clean or even. Look, see the stragglers coming out? I'm gonna cut that. Yeah, I'm gonna push his head down and I'm gonna keep it moving. Got me another section. And another section. And another section. Here, got this mannequin. Look at my guideline there. So I'm gonna raise my elbow up, cut at this 90-degree angle. Make sure I keep it clean. Look at my guideline.
Almost had it act like I was on Cheetos.
Did he pay?
Can you tell?
It was a 10 right there, so I gave him the 10 and put the 20 on it. Just
Okay.
40.
Okay. Thank you. And just keep it moving, guys. Found myself talking. And just keep it moving. All up. Right here. That crown area. Now my next section.
Doing that made my hands cramp up.
Huh?
Yeah, I feel like I had carpal tunnel for a second. Like, oh my goodness.
Look, and I'm just working my way around. Turn his head to the side. Keep it moving. Get you a straight line, a straight parting, a nice little clean parting. Slide your finger up to that guideline and cut straight up like this. Grab another section, another parting of that section. Look, do your guideline. You gotta slide your finger up to it. Here. Pull the hair down. Guideline. Just work your way all the way up. Any stragglers. See that? Come right down. Turn to the chair. You see I'm working the chair, right? So I'm gonna stop right here. After I make this parting, I'm gonna stop here. Come up. Finish out the section. There we go. Now, come here to this side. So once I stop behind the ear, I'm gonna come back to the front, comb this hair down. I'm gonna grab this hair, this corner, pull this hair up. I just want an inch off. I'm gonna keep it here. Now, come over here. I'm gonna work my way back to where I left off at. Here, grab the hair. So now my goal, I'm done with the haircut. I'm done with my procedure part of my haircut. Now it's time for me to check my haircut. I'm like, okay, I'm done with that part. Now I can go back through it and check my finger work, check any you know, the arching. I'm gonna make sure that my customer is looking really, you know, clean. So now, what I do, I go back through. I start testing my arching, clean my hairline, clean that up really well. Make sure it's an arch and not a straight line up through here. All that is clean. Now I come back and I can look at my taper again. Make sure my taper is in there really good. Everybody should know how to at least attempt to shear and comb. And this is called tapering. It's different from, a little different. It's not clipper tapering, it's shear and comb tapering. I'm just going back through the hair now. Like I said, I'm checking my finger work, my shear and comb work. I'm looking at my taper. I'm making sure my taper is blending. Systematically get through this hair. Go back, look at my taper in the back. Here, I want to make sure that my shear and comb is good. I'm checking my mirror, make sure my taper is not too high. I'm going to keep my taper kind of low, 2 fingers all the way around. All right, boom, pull this head up. I'm gonna check this side out real good, because this is where I struggled at a little bit. But it's all right, because I know it's not gonna fail me. But I know I want to at least make it look presentable. Even if he come and point it out to me, I already back in my mind, I'm like, I know. But I'm like, oh, yeah, I understand. It got away from me a little bit. That's the conversation I'll have with State Board. I would have. That one part is not gonna fail you. You want to see balance. So now that I finished up my taper, I cleaned up my taper in the back, I'm gonna go through my finger work real quick. What's my time looking like? Because he's gonna say 5 minutes left. Do I have 5 minutes left?
20, you almost at 30.
Almost at 30 minutes?
Yeah, almost.
Oh,
Look at this.
whoa.
What's wrong?
I was in the whole ass roach.
Here. Check my finger work again. You seen it where over here?
I don't want to see nothing.
What did you see over here? A spider or a roach?
A roach?
On your smart?
Nah, on the chair.
Oh.
I just making sure it ain't on.
Oh, that's
I wanna
good.
take that home.
That's not good. Anyway, check my finger work. Make sure my finger work is good. I'm still on time. I still got a couple minutes, and I still got to do the razor.
How much time you get?
35 minutes.
I thought you said 25.
No, 35 minutes.
There you go.
Kill it.
Somebody brought that in here.
Uh-huh.